Tonight, the fight for choice and the fight for life. As both sides of the abortion issue wait to see what happens to Roe versus Wade, Missouri and Illinois women, couples, and families are now raising new questions. Those questions revolve around in vitro fertilization, or IVF.
That concern in states with anti-abortion trigger laws like Missouri. Could IVF be derailed, essentially outlawed? The concern is warranted because right now there are more than 1 million frozen embryos in storage in America. What becomes of those if the Supreme Court overturns Roe versus Wade? Tonight, News 4 digs into the concerns. Could Missouri really make it illegal to freeze or discard embryos? And what if you want to adopt an embryo? Our Alexis Zodos reports and meets one couple grateful for the process and the ability to grow their family. This story is all new at 6.
Meet the McCall family. Their oldest boys are getting ready to graduate.
We feel like we're the most blessed parents in the world. We have 4 amazing kids.
All 4 of their children are adopted, but their youngest was adopted as an embryo, frozen for 4 years as part of another family's in vitro fertilization journey.
People who are longing for a child, this is a really great option. As opposed to traditional adoption, it's less expensive and the adoptive mom can experience pregnancy.
They worked with a Christian adoption agency, and Victoria McCall was able to give birth to her adopted daughter. It's known as a snowflake adoption and is a process that's becoming more popular as more and more families turn to IVF to address infertility.
I want people to know that there's hope.
The latest data shows 2% of all children in the U.S. are born through IVF. Typically, one round of IVF results in multiple embryos, and the embryo adoption program believes there are more than 1 million embryos frozen right now.
The way I see it, God has plans and purposes for every one of those lives.
The McCalls believe life begins at conception. And there are many that believe the potential overturning of Roe v. Wade could impact the future of fertility treatments.
I was only able to get pregnant through IVF, a fertility process that Roe lays the foundation for. Because of IVF, I got to experience all the joys of motherhood. Because of reproductive rights, my husband and I aren't just Tammy and Brian, we're mommy and daddy. Because of Roe and the rights and laws it protects, we are a family.
Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth believes there could be major repercussions on IVF in states like Missouri, where trigger laws exist that would prohibit abortions in the majority of cases. But I reached out to the lawmaker behind that Missouri bill. He believes it would not have an impact on IVF based on the way the law is written.
Well, it's a tricky subject to talk about, isn't it? I mean, if you look at these pictures of our kids, we're big proponents of adoption. We just feel like there's so many better alternatives.
Now 11 years old, Jewel is one of 900 babies born since the Snowflake's embryo adoption program began. In Wildwood, Alexis Zodos, News 4.
News 4 reached out to the agency the McCalls used to find what impact the overturning of Roe versus Wade could have. They said at this time they don't want to speculate, but will continue working to help families with remaining embryos find adoptive parents.